In the mood to do a video, but Lucy's sound on her laptop isn't recording. She just recorded the whole video, went to go edit it, and there's no sound. You can't actually see me properly on this, but I can't be bothered to find some light and record one on my phone, so you've got me on this. I'm sorry. So, this week is book week. Woo! You read Harry Potter? Of course I've read Harry Potter. And I love Harry Potter, but there was a book that I got given to read the other day called I Am Number 4, and it's about these aliens, and I can't remember the name of the aliens. The book's gone back now so that my other friend can read it, but it was about these aliens and their planet got destroyed, and their planet was like Earth but so many thousands of years on, and it changed its ways so that the environment would stay how it was and get better and everything, and for doing that they got special powers. And basically their planet was destroyed by this other planet that was like Earth so many thousands of years on, but they went the way of building up their cities and they completely destroyed their planet, so they needed the other planet's natural resources. So they destroyed that planet for their natural resources to patch up their planet. It's quite confusing. But 9 people from the other planet escaped, or 9 aliens, or whatever you want to call it. There were 9 of them with powers, and then 9 of them with guardians escaped. So they escaped and they got sent to Earth. So they've been living on Earth, and they had a charm put on them that sealed them, like, as long as they stayed away from each other, then they could only be killed in number order. So they were each given a number, and that appeared on their ankle. And it's about a guy, and he is number 4, he's the 4th alien. And the other 3 have already been killed. So he's still on the run because he's next to be killed by the other aliens. You see, the other aliens followed them to Earth and want to kill them. But also, the other aliens are there because Earth is so many times bigger than the other planet, and they want to learn Earth's strategies and the way Earth would fight and their weaknesses, so that they can conquer Earth and take all the natural resources. Well, not take the natural resources, but come live on this planet. And it's basically about him running, and he finally settles in Ohio, I think it is. Yeah, and he settles there, makes friends and a girlfriend and all that sort of thing. It's really good once you get into it. And he finds this dog called Bernie Kosar, and I didn't actually see it coming, like what was going to happen, but Bernie Kosar was like really attached to him when he first saw him, and he was going on about in the beginning how there was this gecko in another place that he lived, and then some other animals, and he realised at the end when, yeah, by the way, I've skipped to the end, the number 6 alien comes to rescue him because he's going to be killed. He tells his girlfriend and his friend Sam that he's an alien, and his friend Mark finds out because he jumps out the window of where a fire is with Mark's dogs and his girlfriend to save them from the fire. But yeah, the aliens find them and destroy the school trying to get him. And basically Bernie Kosar, who is this like little tiny dog, grows 3 times the size of this massive beast and destroys the beast to save John, which is the alien's name. And Bernie Kosar is an animal from the planet that he lived on that has been following him and watching over him ever since he got to Earth. But yeah, so basically they defeat the other aliens because their powers are coming in, and they go on the run again away from the aliens. But his guardian dies in the end, which was very sad. I cried. This video is so long. But yeah, I've got a bit of a story that I want to read. If you have weak stomachs, you won't want to hear this. I must say that most of these are my friend's ideas, and he told me to put them in a story, so I did. Okay. It's called Tricks of the Mind Can Kill, and I'm not going to read all of it because then you'll think that I'm very morbid. The scream echoed around the damp darkness of the room. A light flickered, a silhouette moved in her periphery vision. A shock sent through her body. Another shrill escaped her. Tears fell from her eyes and cooled down her overheated face. No remorse will be shown. The words lingered in the stagnant air. Another shock. This time no sound was heard, except that of distant footsteps. Where is she? Questioned Hannah, as she moved swiftly towards her friends. I don't know. She was meant to be here over an hour ago, Laura shrilled. Well, we can't wait here for much longer, said Molly, whilst giving Laura a questioning eye. What's up, Church, Hannah? Laura brushed her deep brown hair off her face and began to read. I just got a text off Reese saying, I have something of yours that you may want back, whispered Laura, with a worrying look on her face. The room was silent. Only the dripping of water could be heard. A sigh bounced around the void space. She lay with arms and legs strapped to the table by means of ice-cold belts. Her hair stuck to her face with sweat. Breathing got shallower and quickened as the light flickered on. It glistened off the blade of the knife held in his hand menacingly. His eyes locked on hers as he closed the space between them with two long strides. Her eyes filled with terror as she stared at the knife. He ran the knife along the length of her arm slowly, drawing a single scarlet line that trickled down from her forearm. A quiet laugh escaped him as he reeled in the pain he was causing her, a glint in his eye as he took the device off the cold metal table, turned his face, and delved the needle into her, just missing her hip. She watched as the blood drained out of her and filled the bag as she drifted into unconsciousness. I'm going to stop there because I just realised how morbid that sounds, and I'm going to read you something that I started for Miss Amy Day. It is the grass shivered in the cool summer's breeze, sun hanging high in the sky as the afternoon began to set in. People still flittering in, hot, bothered, but still as happy as they were when they set off this morning. Her blonde hair glistened in the sun, her eyes wide, bright and green. She just stands there and watches as people meander on past her. Suddenly, hands are grabbing her from behind. She is pulled into a warm, firm embrace. She stands there for a while, just hugging back, knowing all the while who the person is, but holding on to the moment for a little bit longer. She turns around to face him. His hair is puffed, eyes deep. He looks at her, takes every inch of her in, and sweeps her up into another embrace. Pulling her back, he beams and smiles at her, and says, Amy Day! Yeah, that's the start of it. But now I'm done, and we'll see you next week. We're just planning what we're going to do for next week, but yeah, bye!